Today we're going to discuss alternative foods that can optimize your health, so stick around. Alright, so welcome back, Forever Fitness viewers. Let's jump right into it. What are you putting in your body? You've been in that fridge? Yeah, you've been in that fridge. But what have you been eating though? Oh yeah, you trust those corporations because they care so much about your health and they're not lying to you on their food labels every time you eat one of their products. Well, if you don't know what to eat, that's fine. But let's get educated. We're going to break it down into sections. First, we're going to do beverages and then we'll get on to the food. We all know that our bodies are made out of 60 to 7% water, but what else can I drink? First category, you got soda. Everyone's favorite. It's a standard staple for most. Everyone has a different brand they enjoy, and that's okay. But there might be some alternatives to that soda that might be a healthier option for you. For instance, standard soda, 16 ounces. You're looking at about 200 to 230 calories. That's in one drink. How many of those can you drink a day? Now, alternative. If you like the carbonation, but you want to cut back on the sugar, you got carbonated water or kombucha. I don't really drink soda that much, but an alternative, carbonated water or kombucha. Carbonated water, all it is just basically water with carbonation in it. 0 calories, just like regular water, except it gives you that fizzy taste like a soda, but without the sugar. I also like kombucha when I want a little bit of flavor. Basically, it's just fermented tea. Kombucha has bacteria in it that's good for your digestion, like a probiotic. They have all different flavors, but they usually average around 40 to 60 calories. So compared to a soda, you can drink at least 3 of these. And I think that would carry you throughout the day longer than drinking 3 or 4 sodas and then stacking those calories up. So we got the sodas out the way. If you want an alternative to sugar water, you got some options now. Next, we got juices. Now, juice isn't inherently bad. I got it. You're like, hey, juices has a bunch of vitamins in it. Yes, they do. But what kind of juice are you drinking and the quality of that juice? If you're going to get juice, 100% apple juice, 100% orange juice. But we don't go for those, do we? We get the Juicy Juice, we get the Fruit Works, we get the Sunny D. If you look on that bottle, it's probably 3 to 5% juice maximum. The rest of it is added flavoring and sugar, just like a soda. So really, you're not getting the juice nutrition at all. You're just tricking your body and just drinking something that tastes like juice. So what's a good substitute? Fruit infused water. So if you like strawberries or you like oranges, cut some up, put them in some water, leave it in the fridge overnight. Then the next day you take that water bottle with you. It's got that flavor of the fruit infused into it naturally. As an alternative to drinking high sugar content fake juice substitute, like I said, if you want 100% juice, that's one thing. Most of us, let's be honest, are not drinking 100% juice. So this is another big one. Coffee and teas. Now there really is an alternative to coffee and tea, but how you prepare them is really what I want to discuss. So you got black coffee, traditional, just plain the way it is, or you add a whole bunch of additives to it that makes it really unhealthy. I know a lot of people don't like to enjoy black coffee, but there are ways to improve your coffee's taste. You got natural sweeteners such as stevia. I use stevia as a sugar alternative that's low in calories, but it also gives you that sweet flavor and it's natural. If you don't like the stevia, you can always use low-fat cream, low-fat skim milk or soy milk. But a lot of people, they're going to add the sugar, they're going to add the whole milk, they're going to add the whipped cream, they're going to add the cinnamon. And basically at that point, you don't have a coffee drink, you have a dessert drink. And if you're not into coffee, a lot of people drink tea. Tea is naturally full of antioxidants. But other than that, tea is a really good drink that is just overall healthy for you, but it's very simplistic. Now, a lot of you might have intolerances to this next product, milk. Now, a lot of people don't drink milk because they're either lactose intolerant, so their body can't process it. There's an alternative. You got soy milk or almond milk. Now, a lot of people say, oh, that's not natural. How do you make milk out of almonds? I don't know how the science works, okay? But alternatively, the calories are a lot lower. You got soy milk or almond milk usually sits around 30 to 40 calories per cup serving. As compared to a gallon of whole milk, man, those calories are going to start adding up. Now, the last one we're going to talk about, energy drinks. Now, I personally love energy drinks, but there's so many different classes of energy drinks. You got the ones with a lot of additives, like you're looking on the can and everything is like crossed out. It doesn't even have percents on it. It's just a bunch of blank crosses that don't even tell you what really is inside. Next thing you know, you chug one, you're having heart palpitations, you're starting to sweat, you're seeing sounds and tasting colors, and you're basically losing your mind. Now you got healthy energy drinks that have natural occurring ingredients. So a good alternative. Look for the ones, a lot of them have 0 calories. And like I said, the ingredients list is short. You'll have like caffeine, B12. That's pretty much it. All right, so we talked about drinks. Moving on. What are we eating? Let's talk about this food. What are we putting into our body? What are we digesting? Before we even talk about food, let's talk about the types of food. So I broke it down into 3 categories. You got unprocessed, processed, then super processed foods. So let's define that. Unprocessed food. What is that? Unprocessed food. What you see is what you get. Ingredient list. Let's read it. Oh, apple. Ingredient list. Avocado. All it is one item. You see what you get. Now, processed food. What is that? It has 2 or 3 ingredients that are added in, but that's pretty much it. There's some confusion on this. People think processed food is necessarily bad. Not all processed food is bad. Processed foods usually come with 2 to 3 ingredients that can be ready to eat without further preparation. This includes a lot of canned foods and vegetables, canned fruits, things of that nature. So for instance, we got some peaches and some corned beef. If I'm looking in here, ingredient list: peaches, water, sugar. 2 to 3 ingredients. Over here we got corned beef. What are the ingredients in here? And you got salt, sugar, and sodium. Readily consumable, non-prepared items that have 2 to 3 ingredients in them. These are processed food. Not every processed food is going to be the same, but typically these are okay to eat. Now, what is ultra processed? Obviously, everyone knows about this. You got your cakes, your donuts, your Hot Pockets, your corn dogs, anything where you read the back of the label ingredients list and it's basically a slideshow. Ultra processed, super processed foods go way beyond the 2 to 3 ingredients. They'll have added sugar, added flavor, natural flavors. You'll see that a lot on a lot of beverages. I would challenge you to go look up what natural flavors means. Really, that label itself, they could pretty much hide anything under that label and be putting it in your food and just say it's natural flavor. All the ultra processed foods are everything that you really enjoy, but you shouldn't be eating. You have the information, but if you want to use it, that's fine. But you know that next time you're eating these foods and you're looking at the ingredient list, if it has more than 2 or 3 items on it, it's probably an ultra processed food and it's probably not good for you. So we defined the food groups, so let's break down what foods that you should be eating. This is going to split a lot of hairs. Fried food versus baked food. A lot of people enjoy their fried dishes. It's just a staple in a lot of people's homes, and it's going to be hard to let go. But you don't have to cut it out completely, just maybe in moderation. The ingredients that go into fried foods, you got flour, you got eggs, you got seasoning, you got oils. All these things are a complex mix, adding a lot more calories. The more things you add into it, the more chances that you're adding ultra processed ingredients into your food, which again is not the best for optimal health. Now, baked food in general, whether it be fish or chicken or whatever you want to bake, it's usually 2 to 3 ingredients that you can use. Salt, pepper, maybe a little olive oil. That's pretty much it. Now, your choice of meats is really on you. I like bacon. Bacon is not necessarily the best for you. It's a really fatty meat. So I substitute it with turkey bacon. A lot of people like whole eggs. I prefer egg whites. Same amount of protein in the egg white, but you don't get the same amount of fat that's in the yolk. It's a lot lighter on the calories, but you're still getting the same nutrition that you're looking for. Potatoes are pretty much good all around. I do prefer sweet potatoes over regular just white potatoes. Potatoes at the end of the day is just a carb, a starch, something to give you energy. But also when you need it, you don't need to have them all the time. If you're not going to be working out, you shouldn't be high on your carb intake. This is one I get asked a lot. Should I be eating rice? Rice isn't bad either. Again, rice is just a carb. It's a carb source. It gets metabolized into glycogen, which the body uses for energy. Now, when you're eating it is what I'm more concerned about. If you're having large servings of rice right before bed, why would you do that? You're not working out. You're just going to sleep. But if you're eating it in the day, in the morning, and then you're going to the gym, you're going to burn it off. So it really doesn't matter. Next, we got pastas. I know a lot of people love pasta. Pasta isn't bad, but again, it's hard to moderate things. If you saw a normal serving size of pasta, it's probably like a 1/4 cup serving size. No one's eating a 1/4 cup serving size of pasta. No one. When we eat pasta, we make the entire pot and we eat the entire pot, which serves like 8 people to a box. So you've probably consumed like well over 3,000 calories. But an alternative, you got whole grain pasta. I like the whole grain pasta. It's pretty much the same calorie count, but as far as the nutrients you're getting, I like the whole grains because again, you're going to have more higher fiber content. That fiber is good for you. That fiber is going to keep your body regular, help you push out all the waste, and keep your body feeling lean and not feel like you're always bloated. As far as fruits and vegetables, there's really no alternative to fruits and vegetables. You can have as much as you like. A lot of people will say, oh, but sugar, there's so much sugar in fruits. I guarantee there's not a single person on this earth that has gotten fat eating fruit. If you eat a banana, you're going to burn that off immediately. As opposed to if you eat 3 glazed donuts, you're not going to burn that off. You're going to store that fat. If you're really looking at staying healthy and losing weight, unprocessed single ingredients, that's what you want to stick with. Eat what you feel you should eat, but just know if you eat more calories than you burn off, you're not going to lose weight. Reward yourself only when you deserve it. That's what I would recommend. So that pretty much wraps it up for the alternative foods. You got a quick breakdown of some drink alternatives and some food alternatives that you can have in order to incorporate in your diet to help you stay on track and make sure you're keeping that weight off. Got a Q&A series coming. I've been watching your questions. A lot of you had some really good questions that I can't wait to answer. But until next time, like and subscribe if you like the content, and drop a comment below letting me know the things that you want to see or the topics you want discussed. Big Swoll, helping you meet your goals. Until next time.